Thursday, January 30th edition of the Carolina Weather Video. I'm meteorologist Matthew East here with you. It is brutally cold out there this morning. Let's take a look at our Greensboro tower camera. You can still see some ice and snow on a lot of the roads, and that's the case on the back roads and the neighborhood roads, at least some icy spots. The sun did a great job on a lot of the roads throughout the day yesterday, but any spots on roads across the region that look wet this morning will be ice. And of course, the further east you go where the snow totals were higher, more issues on the roads this morning. But anybody across the foothills of the Piedmont Fair game to see an icy spot on the roads, look at the temperature in Greensboro, 8 degrees with the dew point down at 1. It's 5 below in Boone. Reedsville, up near the Virginia border, has been bouncing between 3 degrees below zero and 4 degrees below zero this morning. Lots of single digits. Charlotte at 12, but many spots around the Triad, the Triangle, and even the Charlotte viewing areas over to northeastern North Carolina, at least down into the single digits this morning. Look at the mountain temperatures, lots of single digits, some sub-zero temperatures, such as the Davidson River site, Busick, and the Avery County site, West Jefferson, all reporting sub-zero temperatures. The last little disturbance with this trough, bringing some rain offshore, but it's largely missed the coast, and here is the precipitation with our next cold front. That gets here Sunday. So let's get right into where we're headed. Clouds are going to be kind of stubborn for a period of time in the eastern parts of the Carolinas today. That'll hamper warming, but it's going to be another day for the western Carolinas with lots of sunshine. Arctic high pressure right overhead. Here's what it looks like on Futurecast. You can see those clouds, again, hanging around eastern parts of North Carolina, even a few light areas of precipitation moving through. But again, for the rest of the region, lots of sunshine. Let's watch the progress of this next cold front here as we get on into the weekend. Cold today, highs in the 30s, and then we get a pretty decent warming trend going tomorrow into the weekend ahead of that next cold front, and highs actually getting a little above average as we get into the weekend. In fact, here's what the RPM model is printing out. Cold today, but warmer tomorrow. Still cool, but warmer, maybe breaking 50 in Charlotte, 40s in a lot of the other Piedmont spots, and then even warmer as we get into Saturday ahead of that front. Now, Sunday, that front drops in here, and I'm going to include the chance of some rain, at least later on into the day Sunday, and then see that Arctic area of high pressure behind that front over the Midwest. By Tuesday, that's parked over the northeast, and we get a cold air damming configuration in here as the next system moves in. So maybe, depending on the temperatures, could be some ice concerns with that, at least initially Tuesday, as the precipitation moves in. More on that in just a second. Check out the Appalachian Ski Mountain web camera. Look at that groomed powder conditions out there. Just beautiful. Temperatures are very cold. It's like the blowing rock sensor is off at the moment, but the bottom line is the ski conditions are fantastic at all of the ski resorts across the region. Now on to the more detailed modeling. Let's start with the European model. This is Saturday evening, so there's that southwesterly flow giving us the warmer temperatures, but then things change again. Looks like an active storm track setting up as we get into Monday morning. There's one little piece of energy moving through, a more significant piece deposited back to the southwest that eventually gets here by midweek. So on the surface charts, here's what we look like for the European model. This is Monday morning, so later Sunday night into Monday morning, we get around to some rain through here. And then we await the next piece of energy, and there it is rolling in Tuesday. Very pronounced cold air damming signature on the European model. There's your surface temperatures. Verbatim, it's above freezing on the European. Let's take a peek here at the Canadian model, though. Okay, so here's the Canadian for Tuesday as that precip moves in, and the Canadian has a colder representation. There's your surface temperatures, freezing line all the way down to the North and South Carolina border regions. So again, that's something to keep an eye on for Tuesday. And let's see, let's go to the GFS. Okay, here's the GFS for Tuesday. Well-defined cold air damming signature as that precipitation moves in. And here's your surface temperatures. Again, verbatim, it's on this chart just above freezing. But looking at some of the extracted data, the 2-meter temperatures, you do have some foothills and northwest Piedmont spots below freezing. as that precipitation arrives. And then yet another system late. Let's go back to this chart. Here we go. Late next week. This is Friday on the European model, and then that is Saturday morning. And again, you're looking at some pretty pronounced cold air damming with that system late next week. Again, this is next Friday and next Saturday, the 7th and the 8th of February. There's your 850 temperatures as the precip first arrives. So again, there's the precip chart. There's your 850 temperatures. So verbatim, that'd be some snow in northern North Carolina. And then there's the chart for 12Z Saturday. And your surface temperatures are still below freezing in the northern tier of North Carolina. There's your evening temperatures and into the overnight hours. Friday night, many of the cold air damming spots below freezing. And again, this is 8 days from now, so this is a ways down the road. The GFS representation has a system Saturday evening of next week, so the 8th of February. And surface temperatures very chilly, below freezing, all the way down into the northeastern Georgia cold air damming areas. So a lot to watch. I think the rumors of the death of winter have been greatly exaggerated. I don't think we're done with winter. Now, whether or not we see any significant winter storms, that's debatable, but I do think we're going to have some opportunities, some chances at least, as we move forward, and we'll see how these cold air damming events play out. All right, that is it for today's edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Thank you for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.